What's going on, family? You are now tuned in to Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller, and I am in the big chair tonight, joined the virtual studio with my comedy brothers and sister. Up here with me, I got my boy James John. What up, James? How you doing, my friend?
Man, I'm doing pretty damn good, Ken. I'm feeling in love, man, because a couple
Yeah.
days ago, I took my baby to see Alicia Keys.
Ooh, I got love on my
Oh,
mind.
man, it was good.
That's
Let me
good.
tell you something, bro.
Yeah,
A
go ahead.
woman that can actually sing
Sing.
live is rare nowadays,
And play the
bro.
piano, bro.
Bro, you know her husband Swiss Beat. She was actually using a beat machine and everything, making beats on the spot. So shout out
Bruh,
to Alicia
shout
Keys. Is
out
all I
to
want to
Alicia
say.
Keys, man. Shout
hmm
out to Alicia Keys. Also with us in studio from the Under Oath podcast, and Kaufman and Lynn, one of our favorite, well, my favorite lawyer next to the DA on the TV show All Rise and Matlock. Jeff Kaufman is in the building. What up, Jeff?
Matlock. That's not bad. I can
I
go
Nah,
love
with
Matlock,
Matlock.
nah.
Jeff. Jeff, I
I can
love
go with
Jeff. What's the
Matlock.
hat? What's on your hat?
Lucky. It's Live Lucky. That's the brand.
Oh, okay, cool. I like that. I thought it was Notre
Yeah.
Dame because I saw it. I was like, I didn't think he was a
No,
Notre
no,
Dame
no.
person. All right.
No,
No.
Jeff,
it's all Irish, I guess.
Jeff, what college did you go to?
I went to Florida, Florida State, University of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
How
Yep.
you went to Florida and Florida State? Who you root for in sports?
I'm a Seminator.
Okay.
There you go.
Seminator. He's a disseminator.
Is it because they got the best record right now between Florida and Florida State?
I'm not saying anything. There's
Uh,
only one game that's tough for me. The rest is easy.
That's
Gotcha.
good. Before we bring our guests on, I gotta give a shout out to Chris. Chris was at the show I did in Sanford, Whiny Winch,
Mhm.
and I promised him I would give him a shout out. Oh, hold on. Oh, was he at the show at Fruitland Park? Okay, a dude named Chris this weekend came up to me and said he listens to the show, so I'm giving you a
Nice.
shout out, Chris. I can't remember which show because Ken Miller was drinking. I'm not drinking for the next 30 days, but we'll talk about that later. But Chris, thank you so much for listening to Real Laughs. We appreciate your support. That being said, join the virtual studio with us is one of my comedy sisters. You guys put your hands together and show your love for Miss Ginger Kelly, everybody.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Ginger Kelly. Ginger
Hello,
Kelly.
hello.
That girl good. That girl
Ginger,
real good.
thank you so much for joining us. Ginger will be at here in Orlando at the JCC Rosen Event Center October 1st. The lavish ladies of comedy, Ashima Franklin, Esther Q, Ginger Kelly, and another one of my comedy sisters, Miss Tay Tatted Up, will be here October 1st. And it is all for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ginger, we always start the show off like this. We are comic book fans, so we love the origin story. So we would love to know, how did you get started in comedy? How long have you been doing comedy? And how was your first ever show?
Okay, so I got started in comedy was always something that I wanted to do, but because I was a mother and working full time, there just wasn't enough time for it. So when my kids got of age and went off and did their own thing, then I was like, all right, it's time for me. So I've always been involved in theater in one way or the other, community theater. I used to sing with a band. And I also did teaching corporate training. So being up in front of people and sort of performing, talking, that was never a problem for me. I went to my first open mic at McCurdy's in Sarasota and took their class that they had. And I was hooked. Never looked back. I've been going since then. That was 2018. So a year before
Okay.
COVID. Yeah. And then as I got to this point where everything was rolling, you get those peaks and valleys. And I'm like,
Momentum.
okay, this is going. And then I got diagnosed with breast cancer. And
wow.
that was right before COVID hit. So it's kind of a strange story, is that right in the beginning, when people started talking about COVID, nobody knew that they had it, but I do believe that it was here like 3 or 4 months beforehand, because I believe that I had it in
November, December.
Yeah, I had it like
Yeah.
in December of 2019. Okay.
Mhm.
And at that same time is when I was going through mammograms and ultrasounds, and they kept sending me back because they saw something they didn't like. And so I'm literally laying in bed with what I think is the COVID now, I believe was the COVID, and I'm coughing up half a lung and a fever for days. And they call me, and in the middle of this I answer the phone. They're like, "Oh, by the way, we got your results, and it does look like you have breast cancer."
Oh my
And at
God.
that point, it just like the whole world stopped, and I'm like, "How is that even possible?" So, I was dealing with that. And then, of course, the world starts to shut down with COVID as I'm going back and forth for surgeries and radiation. And there was a part of me, this is where I can start to kind of laugh at what I'm going through, is because I had so much going on with comedy, and that had shut it down before the rest of the world shut down. And there was a period where I would start seeing people post on Facebook, "I'm gonna be at this show, I'm gonna be at that show." And I'd be like, "Oh, I want to be there. I was gonna be there." And then COVID came and the world shut down. And I said, "Thank you, God, for making everybody wait for me to get well before we go back out." So everybody stayed in the same place while by the time I recovered from the breast cancer, things started to open up again. So I don't feel like I missed any time because nobody was performing and moving forward. But I do talk about it when I'm on stage, because we know that we use the stage to talk about things that are painful, but we do it in a way that allows us to heal. And I think people can relate to that. So I think I went away from your question though, but I'll get back.
No,
to
that
it.
was great.
Good.
That was all good.
Tell your
but
testimony.
Yeah, when I'm on stage, I do talk about the breast cancer, and I tell them that I had 2 surgeries, 19 rounds of radiation. I have 1 pink strawberry nipple, 1 brown chocolate nipple, and my white vanilla skin. I taste like a Neapolitan ice cream. So I do get a little bit more into it, but in any event, that's kind of my trajectory. And the very first show that I did, I believe, was on a comedy cruise out of Bradenton, Anna Marie Island, and I was terrified. I was hosting, and I had a couple of my friends out there, and I went out and I bought this really nice hair piece, that was coming down, and we got on the boat, and the wind was going, and the hair was in my mouth, and then a big gust of wind took the hair piece off and threw it. So, the comedy just writes itself while you're up there. I just kind of went along with it, and it was good though. I mean, I'm still doing it, so it didn't scare me.
Nice.
That's hilarious. Your hairpiece went flying. That's
bad. It was in my mouth. I'm trying to do this joke and it keeps blowing in my mouth. So I'm literally like this, trying to just keeps coming.
That's funny. I don't know if you guys noticed, but hair in your mouth is a dish you can order at Waffle House if you want it.
Hey, don't be putting down Waffle House.
No, I'm just telling you the truth.
I'm telling you, don't be. That's where I go when things don't go right. That's my comfort place.
That's the bottom,
right, man. Ginger, we talked during the break about your name. You want to elaborate on how you came up with your name?
Yeah. So when I started comedy, I needed a stage name so that it wouldn't interfere with my regular job that still pays the bills right now. And so I sat down with Lou Angel Wolf. He's a local headliner in Florida. He's been doing this for years.
Shout out to Lou.
Yeah, I love Lou. He's fantastic. And, he was like, "Man, you need a stage name." So we started talking about things. And I told him when I was younger, my girlfriends and I all had fake names that we would use when we would go out at night, so that if we did something wrong, we could always blame it on that person. It wasn't, our sweet, innocent self. So my name at that time was Ginger. And when I told him that, he was like, "Well, you're Ginger Kelly." And I said, "Yeah, that is exactly. That's who I've always been."
So what I'm hearing is there's a lot of dudes in South Florida that had the name Ginger because you gave them fake names when you go out.
In New Jersey, not South Florida. Yes, Ginger was usually accompanied with something that was, something I didn't want to own as a result of tequila. So if it was bad, Ginger did it. I'm not responsible. I don't have any recollection. Ginger did that.
Yeah, that wasn't me. That was Ginger. That was her fault.
I'm curious. So your job gave you my job loved that I did comedy. Like they supported me. They came to one of my managers was like, "Look, I want you to get famous because you my retirement." Like,
oh wow.
Like, so your job gave you blowback, or you just didn't want them to know you were doing comedy?
No, they've given me blowback. It's been really difficult. I mean, and first
Well,
off,
what do you do for a living that job could be so offended by it? Are you a doctor?
no, I'm in car sales.
Really? Really? Oh, we don't want to look bad. I mean, there are a couple jobs that you could, car sales. I mean, stand-up comedy is a little. I would think you'd be like on top of that. They're going, yeah.
I think it's more about the actual dealership than it is the job. So I can't tell you the name of the dealership. It is in Sarasota. Okay, we'll play a game here. It's in Sarasota, and it's owned by a very prominent family in Sarasota. And one of them may be a member of Congress or the Senate or something of that nature. Are you with me?
Oh, so you work for McCurdy's Toyota and Company? That's the only famous family I know.
That's the only famous family I know.
Yeah. And anyway, but so yeah, they but the thing is that my comedy is not I'm not a G-rated comic, and at best,
how does that even affect them? I mean,
I've always been that way. When people are like, "Yeah, I don't want my job to find," I'm like, "Yo, what I do outside of work has nothing to do unless I'm doing something illegal."
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Listen, but we can agree that there are two mindsets between a male comedian that gets up and does a dirty joke versus a female comedian that gets up and does a dirty joke. So,
yeah, but you're not working for the church or something. I mean, you're selling cars.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if I'm up there talking about oral sex or anything of that nature, then that
you look at differently.
That's exactly that's
absolutely right.
I got up and actually you were talking about the first show that I did, but let me tell you about the second show that I did, which was horrible. I was doing a set about online dating. Oh, you're giving me the sign.
No,
that's 2 minutes.
No, it's not peace. It just means there's 2 minutes.
I'm gonna keep you on for the next segment too. So
yeah,
just
absolutely.
Keep going.
Ukraine. No, that's not right.
But it was I was doing a segment about women receiving unsolicited dick pictures.
Oh wow, we're gonna bleep that. Okay. Yeah, you can't say.
See what I'm talking about? That's why.
Yeah.
Anyway, while this guy brought me on a local producer, who I won't mention his name, but he brought me on a show, and while I'm up there doing this bit about unsolicited pictures, he is sending those pictures to my cell phone that's in my purse off the stage.
Oh,
when I get off of the stage, I go and I pick up my phone and I see them and I'm like, what is this? What are you doing? Oh, I thought you'd think it was funny. No, I don't think it's funny. Then he tried to tell me, well, it's not mine. Well, what were you walking around with pictures in your phone? just in case you happen upon a woman. Oh, this looks like one you might like. So
I mean, there are a lot of them on the internet, to be fair. Yeah.
I'm on stage. You hired me to do a job, and because I'm up there talking about that topic, so that's what I'm talking about. The women.
His Google search history is disgusting. It's so nasty.
Yeah, he couldn't understand why I was offended by it. Like,
nobody wants that. Like, for real.
Nobody wants that, but Akeem Woods. Akeem Woods is the only person that wouldn't care if you see him with a bunch of pictures. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, sitting in the Uber.
Uber.
Hey, Uber. Hey, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We're going to have more Ginger Kelly. Ginger, you can stick around for us for another segment. And no cussing, woman. No cussing on our show.
I said a member of a body part. I didn't cuss.
We'll be right back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Back, Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. And remember, guys, go out there and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter. If you miss any of our shows, go to iHeart, search Real Labs, so you can listen to all 700 of our episodes. And if you want to see these beautiful faces, go to YouTube, look up Real Labs, and you get to see us, man. Join the virtual studio with James John and Mr. Jeff Kaufman from the law office.
Hold on, I'm not done with this. I'm not done with Ginger stuff. Okay, we're not glossing over a dude just arbitrarily sending her a pic while she's on stage.
That is crazy.
I gotta give your intro, man. It's in the bylaws.
Right. I don't
the
think
bylaws say I
wrote that contract. I didn't see that part. I didn't see that.
and that mouth that interrupted me is from the law office of Kaufman and Lynn in the Under Oath podcast. So go ahead, Jeff. Jeff, what you got for? Because
Okay.
it's
Here's the
killing
deal.
me too.
Here's the deal, because during the break, some guys mentioned that they might not have a picture of themselves on their own phone. I would never carry anything toxic with me. I mean, I would never.
Yeah.
My kids go through my phone, everything else. I can see my daughter go, "Oh, this is you and Jacob. Whose is this?" And I'd be like, going, "Oh, no, you never carry the evidence with you." I mean, crazy people do that.
I got friends who say they keep one on deck just in case. I'm like, in case of what?
Like, in case they want to get arrested. Yeah, this is great.
In case a friend of yours is on stage and is telling a joke, and you need to send her one right at that moment.
Bro, that's just, I don't even understand. Like, to me, I come from a different age. I think you sending a guy sending any part of his body to somebody, it's like the most disgusting thing you can do. Like, it's not an attractive body part, first off.
Especially
so I don't
unsolicited.
bro.
Like, you hit me if we're together and you're like, hey, I'm still reluctant to do it.
Absolutely.
But if we're together, I get it. I get it if we're together. But
I agree with you.
Yeah, but if you're like, man, I really like this girl, to get her to like me back. It's ding-a-ling.
It's ball.
I call it. If you're with somebody and you guys are having fun, and that picture comes like, "Hurry home! Look what I got for you." That's different. That's a different thing.
Still no. You don't know how long that relationship's gonna last. Oh no, I get too many. I get too many calls. Yeah, she posted on Facebook. She put my picture up. Never. You don't. Oh my God, that's like having a sex tape. It's the same thing.
I'm with you, Jeff.
Oh no, sex.
What do you mean? Oh no,
understand.
I'd rather me being like a champ than going, okay, this is my thing. It just didn't look so good in the light. No, it's all the same.
I have to be honest though. When women get those, we're not looking at that. What we're looking at is past that. We're looking at how dirty your toes look if you're laying on the bed. What's on the dresser behind you? Does that look like a woman's decor? When's the last time you cleaned that mirror that you're taking? That's what we look. We're not looking at that thing. And if you send it, we're sharing it with all of our girlfriends. We're laughing at that. Unless it's a really good one, then we'll keep that one private because we might need to use it. But
like the picture Ginger got killed Thanos, bro. That's the real penis right there.
It's called the snap.
The one she got is an Avenger, bro. Your friendly neighborhood penis, just swinging through, saving Brooklyn, yo. Like before we go, I gotta promote the show. Lavish Ladies of Comedy, October 1st at the JCC Rosen Event Center. Shima Franklin, Esther Q, Ginger Kelly, and Tay Tatted Up. Now, Ginger, I know you got a lot to do with Snappers Comedy Club. Or what is your affiliation with them? Do you book with them, or are you a worker, or you work for them? What is up with you and Snappers now?
Okay, so I handle all of the hosts for the Snappers location in Palm Harbor.
Okay.
Other than that, I book shows that I run at both places, and just work hand in hand with Nabil. So anything that he needs for either club, I'm working in. So that's kind of it. I'll be starting an open mic again up at the Snappers in Palm Harbor. Last year I did 2 different contests over there, which was the haunted Hollywood contests where comedians came and performed as comedians that had passed. They had to actually.
Yeah. I think a buddy of ours, Rashad, won, didn't he?
Yeah, Rashad Baker did win. Yeah, and he won a paid feature spot at Laugh-In. So it's a great way for comics to. I mean, some people were upset. They were like, hack, you're doing. But listen, I'm getting up there and I'm dressed as the comedian. I'm doing 5 minutes of their material.
Yeah.
That's not hack. If I get up,
hack. That's like doing that.
If I get right, that's like doing just a variety show or it's a tribute show. If I get up as Ginger Kelly and I'm trying to do somebody else's jokes, that's hack.
Mama, let me tell you something. People gonna hate whatever you do, and they don't get to be a part of.
Exactly. But this was really, I mean, if the person did it right, it was an exercise. They got to study another comedian, learn their material as far as timing, writing, delivery. So you're going to learn something from that when you're up there. And then if you're able to do that as another comedian and do it successfully, not only is it going to sharpen your game, but it's opening up a door for you to get a feature set. Even our open mic sets, the open mic nights that we do, the winner gets $25, and then they get a paid guest spot back at the club. Nobody
That's not
pays.
bad.
Nobody
That's not
pays
bad.
for a guest
No,
spot.
you don't.
You
No,
know,
you
and
don't.
if you're going to an
No.
open mic and you're just breaking in and whatever, you want to get access to that comedy stage.
Absolutely.
So it's a win-win, period.
Nice. That's you're actually providing a service for those people because
Yeah.
there's usually no monetary payoff when you go to open mic. There's no goal but to just get better, which is great. That's why you go there. But if you're giving them something to work towards, you're giving them an incentive, and not everybody has that. So my hat's off to you, Ginger, for doing that.
Thank you. And they're not even paying to get in there for the open mic too. A lot of the open mics at the comedy clubs are charging the comedians to get in there. We're not even charging you. Just buy a drink. That's all I need you to
There
do.
you go. Be a
at least
patron.
one drink. Do something.
Nice. And you got your own rooms you run. You want to talk about the comedy rooms you run, and talk about the stressfulness of running, because I
Oh, my
ran a room
God.
before, and it is. I ran one room was open mic, and you know how Obama started out in office, and at the end of his 8 years, that's what I looked like at the end of 9 years.
Hey.
I'd aged.
Ginger Kelly.
You see my braids up here?
No.
And people still say the words, "Thank you, Ken Miller."
They do.
Yeah,
They do. I'm gonna tell you right now, when Ken first started Other Bar, he was white.
Now look at me, bro.
Look at him.
I'm Lou Gossip. So, Ginger, talk about the rooms that you run, and talk about the stressfulness when it comes to booking a room.
Okay, so I have 3 rooms. I have, well, excluding the stuff that I do at Snappers, because those are rotating rooms and that open mic. I have Four Stacks Brewery, which is in Apollo Beach. That's the 3rd Friday of every month.
Okay.
The proceeds from that go to a local veterans organization that helps veterans with service animals. So one of the things that I learned is that if a veteran has a service animal and that veteran or first responder has to go into the hospital, if they don't have somebody to care for their service animal, that service animal goes back into the shelters and will be adopted by somebody else. So by the time they come out of the hospital, they don't even have a service animal anymore. So this organization has gotten together to raise money to shelter these dogs so that veterans and first responders will go and seek the medical help and attention that they need without fear of losing their service dog. So all of the proceeds from that show go to that organization. So the owners at Four Stacks were kind enough to still pay us comedians, not charge any tickets, and just ask for tip donations for that organization when we do that.
And where is Apollo Beach again?
It's about 20 minutes south of Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's down 75.
Right. And then on the first Wednesday of every month, also in Apollo Beach, I'm at the Salty Shamrock. And that's just a great restaurant bar. We've been doing both of those venues for over a year. We've got a lot of local turnout. I've had a lot of really great talent come through there. So I definitely want to have you guys come through. And then I have the Phoenix Lounge in Clearwater. We just started to do that, and I partnered with Tommy Bell. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but I had to pull him on as a partner because of the amount of stuff that I'm involved in. I was just spreading myself too thin. So that is every other Tuesday in that room as well.
Congratulations for everything you got going on. You stay plenty busy, Ginger Kelly, for real, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Once again, like I said, we have Ginger Kelly on. October 1st is a Saturday at the JCC Rosen Event Center. Lavish Ladies of Comedy. Ashima Franklin, Esther Q, Ginger Kelly, Tay Tatted Up. Hosted by our boy Sean Harvey, who we've had on the show as well. Sean Harvey's hosting. And it's Kareem and his lady, One Mic Entertainment.
Shout out to One Mic Entertainment.
One Mic Entertainment. Ginger, are you married?
I am divorced.
Okay, because I was gonna say your background. There's no way a man would be like, "Yeah, I'm cool with that."
Like you really can't. First off, listen, I did the whole.
I got a bad joke looking at that wink. It's
Listen,
terrible.
first
Sorry.
off, this is my paintings. Okay, I've painted these things.
I like the paint.
nice.
The eyes killing me. It's the
Nice.
eye.
It's the girl winking at you, and you
Yeah.
can imagine how you see that girl
Okay,
looking at
and
you.
everything you're looking at there is
Oh,
during lockdown from COVID.
I like the kiss.
Okay.
I like the kiss. That's my favorite.
Thank you.
Yeah, the paintings are dope. The eyes
Yeah.
So I
terrifying
was
me.
I was married for 17 years, and
bless you.
then
Bless
I
you.
wasn't married.
There
So
you go. Yeah.
And you got
we ended.
children?
I do. They're grown, and I have a granddaughter now. So my daughter, she's actually on tour right now with Hairspray. She's on the national tour for that. She graduated
Nice.
Tampa with a major in theater, a minor in music, and she's
Oh,
one of the dynamites in Hairspray. So yeah, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see I'll be posting pictures of her all the time. And then my son, he stayed local. He was the poor kid. He was getting ready to, branch out on his own. And then when I got the breast cancer, he rolled back to stay around and take care of me. So
that's a good son.
yeah,
That's a good son.
him and his fiance live with me, and they had a baby that also lives with me now. So she's 18 months old. So now my
God
grandmother.
bless.
And,
Aw.
yeah,
You go by grandma? You got a name?
no, I go by grandma. I am grandma. I originally I didn't want to go
See,
by
Grandma Ginger would be a good one.
Listen, I
Mhm.
didn't want to go by
Gigi.
grandma. I can't. Her name is Gigi. Her name is Gianna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, messed that up. But,
Well, we got a minute and a half left. Once again, Lavish Ladies of Comedy.
Lavish.
Lavish Ladies of Comedy. Ashima Franklin, Esther Q, Ginger Kelly, Tay Tatted Up, October 1st. JCC Rosen Event Center. Get your tickets at lavishladies.eventbrite.com. This is all for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we have a breast cancer survivor with us right now, Miss Ginger Kelly, hosted by Sean Harvey. So, Ginger, before we let you go, ma'am, please let us know how they can follow you and all that good stuff.
Okay, they can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It's at Ginger Kelly Comedian. So it's all the same. And Kelly is Kelly. So at Ginger Kelly Comedian.
Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for the conversation. Beautiful artwork, and wishing the best for you.
I'm gonna make you guys your own
grandma.
artwork, including the eyes.
Yeah, no,
okay. All right.
Killing us. The eyes killing us. Well, we got to take a break. We'll be right back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. I'm your host, Ken Miller, in the big chair. Remember, guys, please go out and find us. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Go to iHeartMedia, search Real Labs, download them podcasts, or go to YouTube and look at these beautiful faces. You can see our shows and see our backgrounds. And if you heard the Ginger Kelly episode, please go look at that episode so you can see her background and see what we was talking about. She had an eye. She had two eyes on the wall, and one of them was winking at you. One of them was wanking.
Yeah, it was like winking at you. I was
like a,
and
like
I
a
didn't wanna
George
make the
Michael
joke.
video from like 98.
Yo, father figure all up in you.
Dude.
Yeah.
I was, and the sad thing is, she had just told that joke about how that guy made a joke and sent her the pic, and I was thinking to myself, I don't know if I can make a joke now about that bedroom wall, and I was going, I was like, I think I'm going to be walking into this. I told you I don't find it funny. I was like,
ridiculous.
Slap.
That's crazy to me. Like,
the men do that.
You meet a girl and then you get the number, y'all home, y'all talking, and bam.
Yeah. See, this is the problem. This is why we got to educate people in stupid. We do sex education.
Got to educate men
and women too. A woman who sends a picture of herself to any dude is a moron, because that picture is going to be seen by a ridiculous amount of people. Oh, no, he loves me. You idiot. Never, ever. We should have like a stupidity class, and like every day you teach people what not to. This is stupid. And this is stupid.
I got one too. I wholeheartedly agree with you, Mr. Coffin. Someone explained to me, when people film sex tapes, what are you gonna do with it once you film it? I'm just asking for a friend. What exactly
replay it for
who?
Alone? Yeah, maybe you're.
Here's the thing. I've seen people record graduations, weddings, childbirth, they
Don't
never
watch
go
none of
back, never go back and
Never.
watch it.
I
Never.
ain't
No,
never
never.
went back and
Never
watched
going
none
back.
of them, bro.
None of it.
Nope.
None of it.
It's a requirement because you have to show that you love your kid enough to hold the camera up. That's what it's about.
Nothing says I love you like recording.
Yes. Yes.
So-
What do you think
what's-
those wedding videos cost? I mean, they jack you for
and
like
nobody
5K to hear your
watch
cousin
the
say
wedding
something,
video.
say something inappropriate to you. And
Yeah.
I want to tell you, I remember when you were with your first girlfriend. Oh God, I'll kill him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know none of that ever works.
So I just don't know. Because I know celebrities do it. I know some friends of mine who say they've actually filmed one. I just don't understand what's the process behind
Well, celebrities do it for cash. Don't think that isn't released later. They get a cut of that. All these people
It's
got
not-
cuts.
It's not on accident. Well,
No,
yeah.
no.
Okay.
Well, come on,
Never.
Paris Hilton, she got a cut. They all get cuts.
Gotcha.
Because
Is it
you
worth
gotta
it though,
think-
you think?
But you gotta think as a celebrity, it's people out there imagining having sex with you.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't mind looking like if most dudes is watch porno, you're watching two complete strangers. But imagine you're watching Paris Hilton have sex and you're a Paris Hilton fan. Like it's people out there who are just cuckoo like that would pay for something.
I'm
like
telling you
that.
something right now, bro. I'm the hugest Rock Dwayne Johnson fan. I don't want to see him naked. I don't want to see him having sex.
Well,
None of
not
that.
you, but women would.
Gotcha. I guess so, man.
I mean, if you flip it around, say, well, there's a Alicia Keys sex video, you'd be going, I just need to just
Nah,
go through that.
nah,
That at least
none
once.
of that.
At least
No.
once.
Nope.
Look at Ken's.
Nah.
Ken scratches.
I'm watching it.
Nope. I am not watching it.
I'm watching it, bro.
I am not.
I'm watching.
I watched a Roseanne Barr sex video.
Bro,
I would
oh,
watch
wow.
it all.
Oh,
I
wow.
get it.
I watch.
I would watch that all day long and go,
Hey,
"Ah."
I'm watching Rosie O'Donnell. I don't care.
Exactly.
Wow.
Bro, I watch Wendy Williams. I don't care. Bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Wendy, bro. Which wig though? Which wig?
the Beyonce wig.
The Beyonce wig.
Yeah, but get back to it, James. Like when we talk about you could use it, you could take people can take it and use it. Think about that the Netflix special, The Most Hated Man on the Internet. Did you see that?
Revenge porn. Yeah.
Yeah, they was
Gotcha.
using it back, and this is before. You know, you're talking about the early days of when the internet really started blowing up and people were really using it.
Yeah.
And people were like taking the pictures, like, "Oh, Jeff broke up with me. Oh, I'm about to put
That dude
Jeff
was the
on
devil,
blast."
though. That there's
He
a couple
was.
of people who raise the hate level. Like I think about the guy who got Manu, that the football player who was
yeah.
catfishing him. That dude, even when they showed him, he looked like a Disney villain. He had an orange face, and I know he was transitioning, but I mean, this dude looked like a Disney villain when I looked at him.
Did he ever say why he did what he did when he catfished him?
Because he's a bad dude.
He's a bad. Yeah, he was.
You didn't need to say, "Oh, he's
it
a
started
bad
off as-
day."
yeah, yeah.
Day's a bad dude.
Yeah. Day is a bad dude.
Yeah, Day is a bad dude.
Listen, I'm just trying to keep it straight here.
Oh yeah,
Well, not
they.
straight.
They. I
Not straight,
forgot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Didn't even get. This dude said, "Day." With James, he started off with the. He started off with the. I was building a friendship. I was just getting to know him, but he was in so deep. According to him, he just couldn't stop. So he had this
spent
whole
30 days faking he was dying.
Bruh.
Breathing. He did a thing where he was in a deathbed and he was pretending he was the girlfriend who's dying. And when he talked to her, the breath would change to make it feel like the dude was like saving her life. I mean,
Oh my god.
he was like,
bro.
oh, she's in a car accident. We could put the phone near her. Hey, you could hear her breathe. Oh, her breathing has changed when she heard your voice. So every night this football player is talking to her, trying to keep her alive. This is an
bro.
evil they.
That's
I mean, they is an evil dude. I mean, that is just what it is. And, and
they.
they is an evil dude. And
And a lot of people get no mantle. Like, well, how can you fall for it? I say, you know, it's thousands of people right now in a long distance relationship with somebody they probably have never met.
seen. Yeah.
Never seen.
And
never
they didn't
met,
have a
never
lot of
seen.
FaceTime back then either. That's not fair either. FaceTime wasn't as clear. And he was a
No.
very religious guy. He was religious and he was
He was a
very
good guy,
focused.
is what I hear.
He was a great guy, dude. You know, when they talk about this dude, I was sitting here going, wow, this is a really good guy who just got screwed so badly.
He did.
You know, maybe
for
he
the
should have
world to
came
see,
clean
though.
earlier. Maybe 2 days earlier. That would have been the extent of it. He could have came clean. But you get the girl, he thinks she's dead. And he gets this phone call, it's me. And you go, what? I
What?
mean, it was heinous. I mean, it was one of the worst things I've ever watched.
Yeah, it was gross. It was gross.
So
man.
for all you people out here listening, if you're a young person, you have to be listening to our show. keep your little thing in your pants.
Yeah, don't be
Keep your
taking
little thing
pics.
in your pants. Don't send these girls. It ain't. Come on, it really ain't. It's just not. You know, it might
Whatever
be a girl
happened.
out there. It
Whatever
might be a
happened
little
to
freak out there.
just texting like, "Hey, just want to make sure you got home."
Yeah.
Bam.
Hey,
Have you heard the dude said there's a move that a guy does? It's a move. It's called the naked man. And when you go to this girl's house and she goes off to brush her teeth or something, and she comes back and you're totally nude.
No.
Now they say hold on. They say that works 1 out of every 10 times.
1 out.
They said the math behind that is 1 out of every 10. And I'm thinking to myself, that's bad math.
Yeah.
I mean, a 10% chance of not going to jail, or getting thrown out, or just ending it completely.
Tased.
Could you imagine just sitting there with your legs crossed, nude on the couch?
Yeah.
I don't know.
10% ain't good at all.
No,
Hey, if you was a 10% 3-point shooter, guess who ain't shooting the 3?
You.
Oh yeah.
Yo ass.
If you can't hit a field goal, if you 10%, guess who ain't kicking today?
Yeah. The naked man. He ain't kicking.
Hey, pass me the ball, Les Curry. Okay. Dude.
That's damn, man. So anyway, guys, once again, that was Ginger Kelly. Y'all make sure you check her out. I'll follow her social media. Ginger Kelly, Esther U, Ashima Franklin, and Tay Tatted Up. Saturday, October 1st. LavishLadies.eventbrite.com at the JCC Rosen Event Center. That's on the Popka Vineland Road, and it's for Florida Breast Cancer Foundation. So James, we were talking about something before the show. James went to a concert. Took his boo to see and if you listen to this show, you know we've been talking about this concert for like 2 years.
2 years. Yes.
So you finally got to go. So tell us about it, man.
Okay, here's what it was, man. I bought my wife tickets about 2 years ago because we decided when the kids got old enough, we were going to start investing in experiences. We didn't want like lavish cars. We didn't want a bigger house. We just wanted to enjoy life now that the kids were doing their own thing. So we started, buying tickets to different things that are a little bit expensive that we would normally not do when the kids are still living at home. So we bought tickets to see Alicia Keys at Dr. Phillips, which is a beautiful venue. You already know what it's going to be when you go there. So it got put off for 2 years because of COVID, but she finally performed a couple of days ago. And let me tell you, man, when you see an actual entertainer that can actually sing in person, you forgot how good that feels when you go to a show like that. No auto-tune, there's no studio, just this woman's raw voice and a piano. Bro, when I tell you that woman tore it down, one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my entire life. That woman can sing. And I forgot how many hits Alicia Keys truly had. Bro, hits. She sang for an hour and a half and didn't stop in between, kept singing. When she went to do a wardrobe change in the back, she kept singing with her mic on while she changed. Bro, when I tell you this woman put on a concert, she put on a clinic for all you heifers out there. Bro, she is an amazing artist. But I learned some stuff about concerts. I guess I'm out the loop. Like, I ain't been to a concert in years. It was a sold out show, but I'm noticing as the opening act's going on and it's getting closer to 9 and you're supposed to be there at 7, all the seats are empty in the front and there's empty pockets around. I'm looking like, why is everybody so late? I guess I don't know that concerts start at 8, but the main act ain't gonna go on until like 9:30.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that except me.
You gotta have an opening acts. When I went to go see New Edition, it was Jodeci, it was Uncle Charlie, New Edition.
Wow. So they went on at midnight.
Was an opener somebody like somebody you knew?
Yes, it was a dude. His name was D Smoke, the guy that won.
The rap guy.
He won the competition on Netflix.
Yeah,
the one that Cardi B did with.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
which is
won.
A weird opener. I would have think she would have like some R&B or something. She had a rapper,
but it fits her because she plays real instruments, and his wife is his violin player, and he has a live band behind him. So it's not like hip hop with a sample beat. It's hip hop with like the Fuji style. Like people really playing
like
instruments.
Instruments.
Yeah, it makes sense.
They also the problem with what I hate about concerts now is the reselling is legal, and before you have to deal with scalpers. Now everybody is a scalper. Yeah, they go, we're going to stop scalping. No, what you did was just make more scalpers.
That's what you did. You let us do it. You let us do it now.
A minute before the minute the tickets go on sale, within 5 minutes, the tickets are back up and scalping for 20 times as much money.
Absolutely.
And it makes me sick.
They make apps to help you do it. Like if you got Ticketmaster and you buy your tickets, you can resell them through Ticketmaster.
Oh, Ticketmaster is their own scalpers. They go, oh, what we're trying to do is preserve it. So we reserve enough tickets that we could resell that to 4 times as much.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're your own scalper now?
Pretty much, but it's legal now.
Yes.
The way they do it.
I'm calling
But bro, shout out to Alicia Keys. Had the time of my life. Me and my baby just enjoyed ourselves. So we look forward to doing more concerts out there, man. Really do.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you had a good time, man. We got
Great
to get up out of here, man. Great.
It's time to go
man.
already?
Yeah, time to go already. Shout out to Ginger Kelly one more time. Lavish Ladies Comedy Jam. Ashima Franklin, who is beautiful, by the way. Esther Q, Ginger Kelly, Tay Tatted Up. Saturday, October 1st. Now, I'm looking at the flyer. She's gorgeous. The JCC Rosen Event Center. Florida Breast Cancer Foundation, hosted by our guy, Sean Harvey, who we had on the show. Really cool, funny dude, man. Before we get up out of here, James, where you at this weekend?
I got one show on Saturday, man. I'm going to be down in Fort Pierce with Casey and Spaz, and I'll be there with Jay Clark performing at the Black Box Theater.
Cool. What you got going on this weekend, Mr. Jeff Kaufman, Under Oath Podcast?
I am going to be at the Bloodhound Brewery with Miguel Saturday night.
Yes, man.
We'll be testing out some new stuff. We'll see how that works out.
Very nice, my friend.
Well, I am going home to North Carolina to celebrate my brother's 45th birthday.
Woo!
And try to sneak over and see a Panthers game because they trash. So I could probably get one from a scalper for $20.
North Kakalaki.
He'll pay you $20 to take the ticket.
Yeah, but boy, hey man, here go 20 in the ticket, dog. Hey man, make sure you find us on IG, Facebook, and Twitter. Real Laughs. Go to iHeartMedia, search Real Laughs. Listen to all our podcasters. Go to YouTube. Go ahead and look and see these beautiful faces. I'm Kim Miller. That's Jeff Kaufman. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night. God bless you and
good night.